Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rita. I'm a backend developer in Line Taiwan office. The topic I'm going to talk about is user analysis in Line Today project. Here are the items will be covered. First, I will introduce what is Line Today and what does it provide. Secondly, I will tell you how and why we are doing user analysis, and with several use cases provided. And finally, I will share several items I learned about Spark, Elasticsearch, and Kibana by doing user analysis. Line Today is a service providing news content for Taiwan, Thailand, and Indonesia users. As you can see in the first screenshot, Line Today can be found in the fourth tab in Line app. Articles are organized by category in the home page. Going to article page, user can read detailed contents and can comment on articles to interact with other Line users. Let's go back to 1.5 years ago. We start serving news articles with a new small module in Timeline tab. 3 months later, we build up the Line Today homepage. People can browse different kinds of news articles by category. It becomes really popular. With the success in Line Today homepage, we decide to take a step further by integrating Line Today in a news tab within Line app. Right now, Line Today is a pilot for the vision of content portal. Talking about content portal, there are a lot of possibilities, but what about next? Users in different countries may have different preferences and different needs. And that's why we want to know about the characteristic of our users. With deeper knowledge about user, then we can bring what exactly they need. Also, we can do user analysis on several marketing events to know their performance. Here is how we collect the data and process the data. We collect action logs when user browsing news content in Line Today. Logs are sent to our logging system. We maintain raw logs in our storage and then use Spark to do analysis on a daily basis. The output are inserted into Elasticsearch for data visualization via Kibana. Let's see how we process the data. We have two kinds of source. First one is what I just described, is action logs from Line Today. At this moment, we use read, like, and comment for analysis. The other kind of source is the demographic prediction about Line user. It's provided by the data lab in Japan. With this kind of two data sources, we can know the distribution about user demographic attributes, such as gender, age, and region. And you can see the diagram on the right-hand side. First, we process the news raw log happening every millisecond to daily basis. And we combine the demographic data and our daily action data all together. And we compute the metrics we are interested in. Like, what's the average page view for Taiwan Line user who are under 20 years old? Let's see how we visualize the data. Picture on the left-hand side are the analysis what we did on gender. Blue represent male user and pink represent female user. we found that male users in Taiwan are more likely to leave comments on articles, and female users tend to like on articles. That's pretty interesting. And on the right-hand side, you can see the age group, average page view for different age group. Sorry that I cannot reveal which line indicate which age group, but this is how we do the analysis. Following is an example what we did for line points event. We host a line point event from September 6th to September 13th. And we send line points to users who press like on articles in any 3 days from that period. Please note that in these two diagrams, the y-axis does not have the same unit and the scale. From the picture on the left-hand side, you can see during the points event, the total like count jumped up tremendously. And on the right-hand side is the figure for the total article read count. And the points event can help on the total read too. And it's the same study for the same points event. We want to know which age group will be interested in line points event. So we did analysis on age group who participate in the event. And we found that younger people are hugely attracted by the points event. And also we analyzed the days distribution for people who participate. And here is the days distribution that they doing like on articles. Before the end of presentation, I would like to share several tips I learned by doing user analysis. The first part is about Spark. One thing very important is to understand your execution plan. You can use the toDisparseString function provided by RDD or explain function provided by DataFrame to know how your statements are executed. The other thing is that it's very likely you will have a lot of transformation or aggregation on your data set. SQL data function provide a lot of helper functions, so mostly you don't need to do it all by yourself. For understanding the execution plan, you need to have ideas about transformation and actions. The data will go through a lot of transformation and finally be returned by actions. The transformation will be triggered by action. For some newbie like me, we may feel insecure that we are not sure how our statement goes, so we will casually use show or count to check the status, but actually it's bad because it will trigger another transformation and aggregation, and finally the collect. So actually you can use persist or save table to catch the data. They are very useful if you want to reuse the data. The last part is about Elasticsearch and Kibana. First, setting up mapping is very important for Elasticsearch. If time format is not correct, it cannot be visualized by Kibana. In Elasticsearch version 5, text and keyword are introduced. Texts are expected to be set for string that need to be tokenized and analyzed. And keyword will be treated just as keyword, so please use it carefully. And you can use different kind of data aggregation for different periods, so mostly you don't need to compute by yourself. And last one is about script field. You can did it in Kibana management script. So if there's new data you want to display, but you don't have it yet, you can compute, and you can compute it by existing field. You can just create a script field in Kibana Kibana web interface, and the new field will be added. And so here's my presentation. Thank you for coming, and if you have any question, you can just find me. Thank you.